Hi, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending from where you're watching us from. But wherever I am, this is good morning. So, guys, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if it's your first time here, you're much welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you from the bottom of my heart. And you guys are the people who have made me to be wherever I am today. And you all know that I don't take you people for granted. And I am normally appreciate every time you come here, watch my video, and even like the video, and even not forgetting to leave me a comment. It means a lot. It means a lot, guys. So, guys, I really appreciate. And for those who are new, as I told you earlier, much welcome. This is the platform. Maybe you have been looking for somewhere you can come and maybe gain a little knowledge. So, guys, this is the place to be. And in today's episode, I am your, if you didn't know, I am your coach, Nemo the coach. I think from today I'll be calling myself Nemo the coach. Yeah, because I want to let you learn a few things that I have learned them. Yeah, and especially for today's episode, I want us to discuss about the differences between entrepreneurship and hustle, side hustles. You know, most of us, we've been saying, I want to come up with a business, and even with some of us, we even call it a side hustle. But now I want us to differentiate between maybe side hustle and entrepreneurship. We want to know what evolves or what goes around between the two. And as we all know, entrepreneurship and side hustles are great things that always generate income. That is one thing that you need to know. Both side hustle and entrepreneurship, they are things that will bring you a side hustle that will even help you to have financial independence. You know what I mean by financial independency? Yes, guys, that is what I mean. Like, you have to be free with your finances. Like, you don't have to limit yourself and say, like, I cannot spend this because I don't have enough. But once maybe you start your entrepreneurial journey or even the side hustle, you will be in a position, you will have that financial freedom because there will be income. There is different streams of income, money coming in, yeah, and you knowing how to manage that money. And so we'll start with the entrepreneur thing. And one, as we all know, entrepreneur thing is you have to fund the entrepreneurship as an investor, and of course you need to look for more sources of income for you to boost that business. You know, an entrepreneur thing is more of a big business that requires funding, requires capital, as we all know. Okay, yes. And then the other thing is, if you are an entrepreneur, you need to be innovative. You should come up with new ideas, new products. You all know what innovation means. You need to be open-minded. You need to be open-minded for your business to flourish. That is what I mean. So, and then the other thing is it is time consuming. Entrepreneurship, it is time consuming because the business needs you to be there day in, day out. You need to be there to learn the business, to understand your business. You need to know the weaknesses and the strength of your business. If you know, like, if in the procurement department is where there is weakness, you need to be there to make sure, like, you adjust everything so that your business can just stabilize. Maybe those are some of the 4 points for me I know about entrepreneurship. And maybe now we can go to side hustle. One thing about side hustle, anybody can start a side hustle. Even if you're a student, you can still start a side hustle. Once you're given that pocket money, you can always decide, because one thing about side hustle, the reason as to why I'm saying, like, students are also capable of starting side hustles is because, one, it doesn't require a lot of capital. Any amount, a side hustle can amount to any amount. So you don't require to have large amount of money for you to start that side hustle, but actually you only need less. Even I think 1,000 bob is more than enough, because one, if you have 1,000 bob, you can go to town, you can go buy earrings for ladies, and as we all know, most of the earrings are going from 30 bob all the way to 150 to 200. I think the most expensive earring that you can get on wholesale should be 200, and still 200 is on the higher end. We all know that. So if you're a student, if you're given 5,000 by your mama or papa, you can always decide, if I'm given 5,000 to do shopping, I don't need all this. I can just have 1,000 bob, like I can invest in something and use 1,000 bob to generate more income. Okay guys? Yeah, so one thing about side hustle, it doesn't require a lot of money. Yeah, that is one thing that you need to learn about side hustle. The other thing, it is very flexible. You can just work within your own time, your own schedule. You don't need time to be always there. Side hustle, you can always do it from any corner of this world. You can just decide, I want to start a side hustle. I don't need to have a physical shop. I can just do it from my phone. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that is one thing. Also, by the way guys, as you know, there are people who are working and they're doing YouTube as their side hustle, and there are also those people who are doing YouTube as their main hustle, and then they have a side hustle of a business. So now it depends with you on what you want to do. Okay guys, and then the other thing, a side hustle has multiple income strategies. A side hustle provide an extra source of income. Yeah, you can get a lot of money from side hustles, because you can start this, you can start that. Side hustle, you're not also limited. For side hustles, you can have this one bringing you money, this one bringing you, yeah. And also something else that you didn't know about side hustle, you can start a side hustle, and also this side hustle can lead you to having a potential full-time job. Once you're having multiple even side hustles, you're having a barber shop as a side hustle, a nail parlor, a consultancy office, or something else, like you're in a position to know which one of these can I do best. And then as you in between, you can know this is what I can do, this is what I cannot do, and this is what I can perfect, and then you can just decide to major fully on that. Okay guys? And then the other thing, it has skill development. We all know, like, skills is the main thing. Whether you are an entrepreneur, doing side hustle, or even in the employment sector, we all know, like, once you have that skill is everything. Imagine with a skill, you know everything. That is why you will find in most jobs you're asked experience. For me, literally, I can still interpret it like a skill. An experience to me is still like a skill. Yeah, if you have that skill for marketing, finance, and all that, once you're running your side hustle, you can as well be in a profession to perfect those skills. Yeah, and basically those are my few points about side hustle and entrepreneurship. I hope they will help you, and if it's not you, they can even help your family or a friend. You can as well share the video to your friend. And guys, don't forget to give that like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed, and even leave a comment to tell me what is the next video that you would want to see from our channel. Meanwhile, see you in the next video. Bye and baraka men.